So to our seventh presentation with Nathan McGair. He's actually the homeowner of one of the projects open this Sunday, and Nathan's a passionate homeowner and client, and also advocate of sustainable design and construction. He actually completed a diploma of sustainability and is keen to be a champion for sustainable living. The reason why he's opening up for Sustainable House Day is to be able to make sure that he can pass on knowledge that he lacked when he made the build. So hopefully his lessons today and also on Sunday will help you in your journey. Nathan?
Before I start, some of you may remember me from last year, and I apologise, last year the PowerPoint got a bit mixed up. However, the PowerPoint is pretty much the same tonight with a few tweaks. The advantage, or the good thing, is the message is still the same. So it means that I got it right and it was built right. So this is the original house on the block. We've used the term passive resistance, two meanings there. There's one is that it's passively heated and cooled. Secondly, it's using Gandhi's non-violent protest. So it's silently protesting against the standard construction methods of these days. My wife and I needed a target. When we first started building, we thought, eco, what are we going to make this house? We decided on being energy efficient. So that's making a house cheap to run. But as you'll see through the slides coming up, we've actually progressed past that. We're up to a sustainable house, which is more holistic. Here is the planning. So it's quite fundamental, pen and paper, getting it right in the beginning. Kevin McLeod from Grand Design said a design can save thousands of dollars in the long run. So if you get it right, this is just showing the progress of the planning stage. Now this is talking about when you get the keys, you actually haven't finished the house. There's still a lot of things to be done. There's paving, there's all sorts of things. When you engage help from others, this is talking about paying back that help. So giving prawns to your son, giving beer to your father-in-law who's just helped. This slide is about passive or sustainable houses need active occupants. So it's showing that you need to interact with the house, you need to act. On hot days you do something, on cold days you do something else. So this is me opening the upper level windows for cross ventilation. This is capturing the energy. So the solar panels were one of the first things that got designed into this house. We face north, so we had to introduce 2 rows of panels, so that first row of panels couldn't shade the second row of panels. So we did a fair bit of modelling, as you may have seen from previous presenters. This is now, because we have got an exposed polished concrete, we really needed to have in-floor heating, and it may seem like a luxury. You really need it if you have exposed concrete. The only luxury is that's our toilet, so we can sit in a warm toilet. This is talking about the dryer. We initially drew a dryer in the design, but that never made it. So you can see that because we've got so many northern windows in our house, that we had some creative methods of drying our clothes, and to this day that's how we dry our clothes. Our house, so this is the holistic view. Our house is sustainable. It's not just energy efficient, it's sustainable because it's a nice place to be. Our kids play in the backyard, they play in the front yard, they kick the balls, and you'll see soon we've got this polished concrete We have sliding races down. It's that shiny and slippery. We actually can shine. There's 500 metres of that poly pipe running through the house in the garden, and that's to irrigate all the plants, all the fruit and vegetables that we grow. So the work's been done in the up front, so it makes it easier and more sustainable living. This is my attempt at a guerrilla garden. So the council wouldn't let me put fruit trees on the front nature strip for our neighbours and friends to come and visit. So I've made that sort of a bit more subtle. We've now introduced or built a tree house. So it's a fully suspended tree house, and if you come on Sunday, you'll see it. This is statistics. So I haven't done the fancy modelling everyone else or some other people have done. Every Monday night, I go out and collect the meter readings. I go into the Bureau of Meteorology, collect the data, and there's 130 weeks of data I've now got in this massive spreadsheet. So it's proof in the pudding. Just talking about thermal mass, the argument's been won. We use the reverse block veneer. So this is the old Besser block. You may have seen it in 1950s houses. That's on the inside of our house. I don't need to explain why, I hope. And our spine, I wanted it to be a reverse block veneer. The next two slides are our money shots. So these, how the building looks for designers in the room. Excuse me. So these are just how a sustainable house can still be pretty, still look nice. So we've got, you can see the plywood ceilings. We've brought that down to a plywood external slider, so that's where the architect comes in. We're marrying ceilings with walls, just to make it nice to live in. This is some bit of modelling, so that's winter solstice, showing the sun getting way back. This is summer. But what we had is that the western wall, we had a lot of sun coming in, so we've introduced this retractable shade sail. So you can see it there, it actually packs away in winter, we bring it out in summer. Living close to the beach, we're really sandy soil. You can see it's like quite sandy there. So we have a 2-stage compost. That's my handyman work. You can see it's not quite right. Worm farm. So both the compost heap and the worm farm we reused, put it back into the soil, and the soil's now pretty schmick. This is retaining things that come to our site. So we retain rainwater. The thermal mass retains heat or cool. And we've used an air cell wrap. You may have seen that on Grand Designs. It's that foil sheet. And that's our double glazed windows with my son behind. We had a fair bit of timber decking. The builder suggested Capur. We researched it and went, no thank you. We went for a grey ironbark, which is it's a properly forested, properly sourced timber from northern New South Wales, bottom of Queensland. This is showing solar panels. So from the south of the building, you can see that's the back row that you can see there. And there are 2 boys on the roof that my wife's shaking her head, letting my boys up on the roof. There's our evacuated tubes for solar hot water. All done. Thank you.